Out from the holds of suburbia, something pure and beautiful emerged from the darkness. It seemed as though the cosmos deemed it necessary for this incident to restore balance within the universe. It's funny that none of us had the foresight or inkling of the evil that followed. Lafayette, a Bay Area rookery for affluent families, is where my story starts. This mundane town with little activity and lots of trees was able to produce successful lawyers and doctors of all kinds. But what happened to me was a little different. It had never been the type to fall into cookie cutter roles of society. I was always exploring outside and getting into trouble in the boundless hills of forests without a care in the world. School had always been a priority, but would pale in comparison to my exploration of the world. Yet it was this one day when my exploration was taken to another level, a new world of hesitation and anxiety, I should say. It was a hot night in August, humid. Me and my two friends, Brett and Shane, went into the river bend to climb trees and swing on vines above a brook sprinkled with cows. The valley was as long as it was deep. Shane and Brett took no hesitation to fly through the Tarzanian jungle with ease. It looked so natural for us teenage boys to let out our inner primate and utilize our youthful energy. Here, we were in our prime and not a care in the world. But only from carefree moments when you least expect it comes tragedy and pain. We were all so oblivious to the dangerous possibilities of our reckless fun. I was climbing up a deer trail to look out for my friend Shane as he barreled through the canyon of vines. I was in awe at how effortlessly he flew through the air. However, my mesmeration and admiration quickly turned into fear and panic. Brett had fallen 50 feet from a vine into a rock-riddled quarry. His grip must have failed him on the vine and led to a momentous fall into the abyss of rocks. Shane and I made our way through twisted roots and mangled branches until our eyes fell upon our own broken friend, lying in agony. As Shane and I immediately heard Brett's high-impact fall, we rushed over to see the damage. We quickly discovered that Brett's legs were completely broken, and the only way for him to receive any help was for us to take him out from the expanse of nature and into the throngs of civilization for some critical medical care. Shane and I tried to calm the cries from our damaged friend, both not even able to fathom the severe pain he was enduring. Without cell phone service or means to carry Brett miles away from our hiking spot, we made the decision to seek for help. Shane barreled into the forest in search of some aid as I remained with Brett. I have never seen or felt more desperate struggle within anyone until those few minutes I spent with my injured friend. The confusion, pain, and unknown outcome of our situation overwhelmed the both of us as we waited impatiently for Shane's rescue. Seconds and minutes, which felt like they turned into hours, did not comfort Brett, nor I in the least. As time went on, I tried to find solace in the fact that we were still able to be together, yet in complete fear for my friend's health. I have never understood sympathy in its entirety before this moment. I looked into the eyes of my best friend as he emitted the most powerful emotions of helplessness and searing pain. I was overwhelmed with these intense emotions, and just before I thought I couldn't wait any longer, help had arrived. I heard the violent sound of chopping through the air as a helicopter landed within 25 feet of Brett and I in a nearby meadow. I was met with feelings of relief and anxiety for the events to come. How would this event affect my parents? Or even more importantly, Brett's? So many thoughts were racing through my mind as we took my friend to the helicopter and watched him be lifted to the nearest hospital. I was left there by myself to race home and find someone to drive me to the hospital where Brett was taken. It was this moment when I realized that I was growing up and had to be prepared for any event in my life to come. Of course, accidents happen and the unexpected will always occur, but who would have thought that the useful group of me and my friends would be the ones for this tragedy to rear its I guess me and my friends learned that day that no one is invincible. We all have our limits and should all take precautions. Of course, this event caused us all to be shell-shocked for a while. I was afraid to participate in any type of activity that posed any danger, but as soon as Brett healed from his fractured limbs, he went right back out into the world, barreling through it just as if nothing had happened. Rather than cowering from nature and exploration, Brett had just experienced another element of life that should not permanently affect someone's optimistic view. The hardship that me and my friends and their families experienced only brought us closer together and made us cherish our lives more than ever. Now we all continue to swing from vines. We just make sure we are all there for each other and we hold on like never before.